And just like that, we are live once again. You good?
Maybe the every time we
The
start this
static.
damn live, it's not that. It's not that, baby. Don't say that word. It's not that. Please don't say that. But maybe
Okay, okay.
one of the neighbors is dragging out the garbage can at 8 o'clock at
Ooh,
night. Like, why
not
didn't
the
you do this shit like
sabotage.
4 hours? Anywho, my bad.
Not the sabotage.
Um, yes. Welcome
Yes, we in
to
here.
another
We
live
in here.
rendition. Key and Carrie. I'm
Mhm.
Troy.
I'm Damon.
We are back, obviously, with another review. Chasing Motherfucker Orlando, season
Mhm.
2, episode 5, baby. Stop the violence. Now, this was kind of like, what is it? An oxymoron? Um,
Oxymoron.
I,
The irony.
yes, because it
Yes.
takes me back to that Matt TV skit where, anywho, deep cut. This episode was kind of a, before we get into the episode, I'm getting ahead of myself. That
Hmm.
damn garbage can outside just threw me the fuck off.
Hopefully, it ain't
Shout
nobody.
out. Listen, hopefully there ain't nobody in that bitch.
That's what I'm
Hopefully, listen. Anywho, shout out to the people who are going to join us on this
saying.
goddamn live review. Shout out to the people who are going to watch this on the playback. Like, comment, share, subscribe. We are still on our journey to 1,000 subscribers. So make sure you definitely leave a comment down in the comment box below because, as always, we love chatting and chopping it up with you guys about this show or just any show that we review or just like any topic in general, baby. Chasing Motherfucker Orlando. Like I said, this episode was full blown irony.
Hmm. Stop the
Like I
violence.
think you see
Episode 5, I believe.
episode 5, halfway through the season, so we're at the midway point, the halfway mark. Yeah, this episode, I think you said last episode, that episode, the editing was kind of it wasn't cohesive. This episode kind of followed that same structure. One, it was like stop the violence, but y'all are acting a fool. I think this cast would be all right if they stop making a fool out of themselves.
Yes.
Shout out to
On
Shannon,
deep cut.
BDC10. Yeah, this episode was just again like the episode was okay, but
Mhm.
the editing was just like choppy and kind of all over the place. It didn't flow. Um, Other
Okay.
than that, we got some like pretty okay, interesting scenes. Heavy on like I keep saying, heavy on the support and the vulnerability. We get a lot of that this episode. So,
Peace.
for me, this was like a okay episode. The editing for me was just kind of choppy. Um, yeah, audience, let me know how you guys feel.
Yes.
Maybe yeah, give me your thoughts on episode 5.
My
Stop the
God. My God.
violence. Mhm.
Um. Well, first, while I think about it, I want to say shout out to the people that are gonna watch this on the playback. Shout out to people that are gonna come through. Feel free to like, subscribe, comment. As Troy said, we're on our journey to 1K, trying to be a little more consistent. Get our shit together. But who isn't at this point? Um, but yeah, episode 5,
Mm.
stop the violence. Oh my god, episode 5, stop the violence. Yeah, we're at the midway point. Uh, Beautiful gowns, beautiful gowns.
My
You know, I
goodness.
love I love Chasing Reality and Dario. Producers as well. I don't know. I'm not living for this season. Um, I just can't really find anybody that I find really. I don't think we get enough of people that are likable in moments that are. I mean, I do think they have some good moments, like Pablo, for instance, and even like Marlo and a couple of other people have had some good moments. But I don't know. I'm just not connecting with anybody on this season. Like, I don't really have a fave like that.
Do you
E Baby, who I like, um, I don't really think we get that much of him. I don't even feel like he's like a main character. I mean, maybe we'll get more of a look into his life later in the season, but like
do you
I feel
feel
like
like there is a lack of chasing or there isn't enough chasing or hustling going on?
I definitely I feel like that's the case. I feel like there's effort in like maybe showing the city and like putting on events and like building community, but in terms of like chasing your career and like your art and your talent, I don't really see that.
So I know we talk about this all the time, but like when you say connect, I know connect to like these characters, these personalities. What kind of traits do these people or qualities do these characters like have for you to kind of be invested in their storyline?
I don't think they necessarily have to be likable. Well, I do like them to be likable, but they don't have to be likable. But I think somebody who is focused on like their story and like what they're doing, I feel like right now, and this is my issue with a lot of reality TV, especially like reality web series type stuff, is that I feel like they kind of live their actual lives off camera and then they come on the show and pretend, which I get it. Like reality TV is fake, but I just feel like it's getting so fake to the point where it just doesn't even make sense. And I feel
Hmm.
like when things don't make sense, I lose interest. So to me, it's just like Marlo made a comment at the Stop the Violence event of like, oh, me and Max talked off camera and we kind of squashed it. And it's like, I don't understand how we're supposed to be engaged in their relationship when like we see them beefing and then it's like, oh, well, we talked off camera. It's like,
Hmm.
okay, but that story wise, like show wise, that doesn't make any sense. Because if we see y'all beefing and then y'all cool around each other, we're gonna be like, what happened? And
Right.
then it's like, if y'all talked off camera, I kind of want to see the genuine relationship blossom. I feel like this show lost its authenticity to me. You know, like I feel like it kind of lost those raw moments where it's like we're actually talking through something. Like, and I feel like people are so afraid. It's ironic because I feel like people are so afraid to like look silly, but they end up looking silly anyway. But I feel like they don't bring their authentic selves to this show. And that's just from what I see.
Okay, I agree with that. I do
Yeah.
feel like there are a couple of authentic personalities on this
Okay.
season, this show. But I do agree with everything that you said. A lot of people aren't being like authentic. I feel like a lot of people want like a viral moment and they just want like this instant like celebrity. And it's like, okay, like that's fine or whatever, but like you said you have to be likable in some aspect. And then like if you want to kind of narrate like your own storyline or like what production films, it's like why not just go start your own fucking show? Like you can't be on a show that centers on like a group of people and kind of just this is my opinion. I feel like if you're gonna be in front of a camera, like baby, I'm invested in like your personal home life. I don't really need to see your home, but just like your 9 to 5 and then how you interact with the group. If you're just around the group and it's just always drama, like I don't really feel the need to have you like on my television screen. And that's just my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like when I think about like the very first season of Chasing Atlanta, that was like the
Hmm.
start of Chasing Reality as I knew it. I feel like there was an authenticity there, like, and maybe they work in for the camera, but I don't know. To me, it just seemed more interesting. Like when I think of like Lauren England and like Devon and
Hmm.
Akeem, like I just feel like those interactions were more authentic to me versus like now it's kind of a paint by numbers thing where it's like, okay, I'm coming on the show, I'm gonna argue with somebody. Who should I argue with? I'm gonna choose this person. It's just kind of like paint by the numbers, and to me, I don't find that interesting.
I
Um,
think it's been not really like a shift, but it went from like everybody kind of wanted to be housewives and like these personalities on like Love and Hip Hop, and now baddies and like the Cat Johnson's Cabaret and shows like that. Now this TV shit is like taking over. So I feel like a lot of people are coming on these platforms and using social media to kind of get to that larger platform, that larger fan base, which of course that's what anybody would do. But I feel
yeah,
like there is a way about doing that. Like if
mhm,
you're being just confrontational and negative all the time, like you're gonna get somebody who is just way more aggressive and hostile. And I just feel like you get what you give. So if you come on the show and you're always negative and looking for a problem, like you're gonna get somebody who's on that timing and then is. But if you come on positive, like a couple of people on the show, again, shout out to the people who are here. Shout out to
Yeah.
the people who are gonna watch this on the playback. But if you come into this show open and aware and just kind of wanting to network, like I feel like you will receive like, my goodness, I feel like I'm preaching. I feel like my father. Oh my
Ooh,
goodness. Yeah, take over. Take over.
she's her father's daughter.
My
She's her
goodness.
father's daughter.
Take over, yeah, my goodness. Because I don't know
Oh
where
my
I'm going with that.
Hey, daughter.
Don't go.
Anyway, no, but no, but
Ooh,
I don't know. I still like the show. I still respect the show, of course, and the people that create it. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I hope.
it's too many old bitches acting like high schoolers.
Yeah,
Is
and I
way too
don't.
many old bitches acting like juveniles.
Yeah, yeah. There's that, and then I just like the conflict is confusing, and
Hmm.
to me, it's like, okay, is this something that we really beefing about in our late 20s, early 30s? Like, I don't know. I just want it to be a little more elevated, I guess. Um,
I need
and I hope
production
that I'm
to
not coming off
also
as harsh, but I really like the show, and I know the
constructive
potential of the
criticism, baby.
show, so that's like why I feel that way, I guess.
I need production to also start being messy and start miking these bitches. Anytime somebody be like, "Oh, we talked off camera," is a mic
Mhm,
available and ready to pick that shit, available to pick
mhm.
that shit up. Incorporate that into the show so we as the viewers know what's going on, how it
Yes.
went down, and all of that. Please don't be like, "We talked off camera,"
Record
and
a
then be on
conversation.
camera. Listen, shout out to girl Coco, and Yale, messy
Yeah.
ass, set that
Yes,
up. But
yes.
yeah, just drop some hit mic somewhere and just
Mhm,
let that be the end of that. Again, I love Chasing. Shout out to the Chasing
Yes.
franchise.
Dr.
Before we
Chasing,
get the review off,
Daria
baby, Chasing
2024.
Atlanta is dropping January of
Yes. I cannot
2026.
wait.
So my bias is up, all the
Mhm.
way up, baby. Ooh,
Ooh,
fireworks. Look at that,
fireworks.
baby. My bias is up, baby. Chasing Atlanta is where it's at.
Yes.
There are
And
a
I
couple
also want to
personalities
say,
on the show that I love, but yeah,
yes.
Chasing Tail, baby.
I also want to say, shout out to Spicy Original that's in the building. Thank you for being here. Good to see you.
Yes, the Girl Spicy
Uh,
original is in the motherfucking building, baby.
yes,
Thank you for being here.
they
It's
coming
lit.
through. Spicy, definitely let us know your thoughts on this episode and the season as a whole. We're not living for it, but we're here and we're trucking along. We're waiting for Chasing Atlanta.
No, I'm still
Um,
looking for it. I'm
you're
still
still
looking for
okay.
it.
You're still
I,
living. You're
I ain't
still
gonna
living.
do it like that.
I'm tolerating. I'm
There
tolerating.
are a
And
couple
I
cast
feel
members
like it's
that
the
make this
cat.
season.
I feel like it's the cat.
Hmm.
I feel like it's the cat. But
It's the cast.
it's the cat.
It's the
But
cast.
episode 5 of Stopping the
Mhm.
Violence. Um, general thoughts on this specific episode. How did you feel about it? I know we talked about
Yeah,
the season kind of as a whole, but
episode editing was kind of choppy. There
okay,
were
I wouldn't
some
say that.
pleasant scenes that I found, or there were some scenes that I found enjoyable. That I really, I'm trying to find a synonym for the word enjoyable because there are some scenes that are like heavy, and I don't want to be like I like it. It's not like I enjoy it, but it's relatable,
Mhm.
and I kind of find it. It's the fucking word I'm looking for. It's relatable, so I can't get my goddamn train of thought.
Mhm.
This episode, the editing was
She
choppy, and
is
that's just
getting
where I'm gonna leave it
high.
at. Oh my goodness, the editing was kind of choppy, and I'm gonna just leave it at that.
Mhm.
Editing was choppy
Yeah,
for
I
this
agree with
episode.
you. There were a couple like short little scenes where it was like, okay, this is what this person is doing and what they're up to, but like I feel like the scene didn't have any real depth because, like for instance, the first scene of the episode, Pablo, um, joins his mom on her last chemo treatment, which I thought was super like cool to
Hmm.
show. I'm so glad that he opened up and he and his mom allowed, the cameras and like us to
Hmm.
like view that moment. But I don't know. I feel like it was just like a moment we didn't really get. It would have been nice if they had just talked about like their journey to this moment. I know that's a little personal, and she's not on the like a person on the show, but I would have liked to have had them like talk about their relationship, him growing up, stuff like that. Like I wish we would have just gotten a further look into his life. It was just kind of like a she's in remission and, hopefully she'll stay that way, and like it was like that was it. I don't know. I kind of wanted to dive more into like their relationship, I guess. But
Okay.
it was a scene like that, and then of course we had the scene with. First of all, this was Pablo's like episode because like
Yes.
he was
Very
all over it.
Pablo heavy.
Yes. Um, and so we had the scene with him and his family, and that was like a quick scene. Like we didn't really get to see them talk or interact. So I don't know. I just kind of wanted to see more of it,
Hmm.
um, but yeah, I mean, I still live for those scenes because I think it's positive and it does show some aspect of their life. But
Okay. I are you are
oh
you
yeah,
still giving your general thoughts, or are you talk about the scene with Pablo and his mom?
I mean, we can go into the scene. I mean, I was kind of talking about the show as a whole, the episode as a whole, but
Oh, okay,
we
because
can
I
get
kind of
into
did have a few notes on like, well, just
that.
Pablo in general. Kind of to piggyback off of what you said earlier about kind of people kind of wanting to not really depict like their whole life on camera. I feel like Pablo is kind of like the opposite of that. Like
Mm,
you said, this episode was Pablo heavy. I feel like Pablo is one of those characters or personalities who isn't afraid to show his like vulnerability.
right.
Um, I love how like aware he is and how like touch he is with his emotions and like how he has an outlet for his frustration. He doesn't let his frustrations like break him. And I feel like that's a lot challenge that a lot of adult men, particularly adult black men, face is they don't have like an outlet for like their anger. So to see him like kind of like break down and just remain like just keep his poise was like shout out to Pablo. So
Yeah,
I kind of see why Pablo, or I kind of like that Pablo has taken the big brother role. I really don't like them calling him big brother because y'all are all like the same age, but
it's
I like
nickname.
that. Yeah, it's I like that he's kind of taking like the leadership in the role or the leadership in this group, and it's kind of like I always say, trying to build like a bond and unity. But
Okay.
shout out to
Okay.
Pablo. Shout out to
Yeah,
Pablo.
shout out to Pablo. Um, but yeah, no, I agree. I think it's his season. I feel like we were talking about earlier um how Ao and like Cali Boy and Pablo, like how I feel like they're all kind of not fighting for that spot, but they're all kind of putting effort towards being like the matriarch or the patriarch of of the group. But I feel like Pablo has really stepped up. Um, he's trying to like, listen to both sides. He'll see what side he chooses towards the end of the
Mhm.
episode. But um, no, I agree with that. And yeah, I feel like the scene with his mom, I think it was a cute scene, but it was short. Like we didn't really learn much from it. Um, but then, did you have anything else to say about that episode, that
Well,
um scene?
I did want to kind of like I get what you're saying about like one of them to have like dialogue about like Pablo and like his upbringing, but I also kind of like the fact that Pablo just made the scene about his mom and like her story instead
Okay,
of
yeah,
kind of because I mean we've heard Pablo talk about Pablo like all the time, no shade. So
that's true. That's
I
true.
like that he kept the scene like focused on his mom and like her story and the fact that like he said that she rang the bell before, so I'm assuming this is like her
I think
second,
twice.
yeah, her second
Mhm.
time like beating cancer. So I just said I hope that Mama Pablo kicks cancer's ass, fuck cancer, and yeah, I thought the scene was cute. I really thought
Yeah,
the scene was cute.
period. Retweet, retweet. Um, so the next scene, Fabio and Ao chill at I think Ao's house. I think that's where they are. But they're chilling there, and I was about to make a joke, but I'm not gonna go there. They're chilling.
Knock, knock,
And
stop knocking, baby. Don't
yeah,
come knocking at my door. Goodness,
listen,
I'm
knocking on
done.
something else. But anyway, um, I did not expect that to be Ao's crib. Like I don't know, it's interesting his decor.
Was you expecting a trap house? My
Yeah. I
goodness.
don't know what I was expecting, but like it gave like home goods tea. Like he has the
Okay.
taste of like your real nice auntie. Like it's
No shade. Just see how nice his teeth is, baby. So you
very
know his house is gonna be very auntie
very
uncleish,
nice.
baby.
Very
Very
auntie.
upscale.
I was looking for a live laugh love poster. I was like, okay, nice. You know, I don't know. I was expecting maybe some posters,
Oh my
um,
goodness.
just I don't know, something else. But yeah, they're in his crib. Um, Fabio is talking about just his life and what's going on in his life. He said he had to prepare for a storm. I don't know what his day job is, but it seemed like that's what it was attached to. Um, and then he also talked about this I really enjoyed. But he talked about like how he's preparing for his EP and it's a struggle, I guess, for him to
Hmm.
get the rights to his the instrumentals for the songs that he has in his EP. And I just thought that that was interesting because it's such a specific thing dedicated to like
Hmm.
his what he's chasing, his talent, his art. Honestly, I feel like it'd be cool if like everybody like on the show, like the main characters, was like at the by the end of the season, I want to accomplish this. Like this is what I have. Like I want to do a fashion show. I want to put out an EP. I want to do a hair show. Like everybody should have one thing that they want to do by the end of the season, and I feel like of course, we can see whether they, achieve it or not. But
Hmm.
I like that he has something, and he's talking about the obstacles. And of course, I hope that he gets the rights to those songs because I music his. But he was talking about that. AO wants to do a skating party to get the group together. Um, I don't know how that's gonna go because every time they come together, it's some sort of issue and just drama and
Nonsense.
nonsense. Nonsense. That's a really good way to put it. But but yeah, they don't really talk about much. They just kind of chilling, smoking a blunt. If I looked at this scene for too long, I would think it would turn into something else. If you know what I mean.
you, you
But
own that, baby. I ain't mad at that, but
I said,
you
this is
own that.
real
Now, what studio? Dog
Oh,
Pound,
that's
cause they in Florida, baby.
I would say that. But do they still make content? I don't even know.
You know, that's a good question. That's a real
Maybe
good question.
a BR production, a BIR production. If you know
You,
what I'm saying.
oh, you know what?
Maybe,
Don't do
maybe.
it.
But
Anywho,
yeah. Um,
I
Greedy
said,
wants to. Oh, go ahead.
no, I just said I love how moisturized Ayo and Fabio were in this goddamn scene,
They
baby.
do the
The
melanin
melanin
dry.
was melanin and in the house, and it was just giving me life. Um, the orange Nautica fit that Slim had on complemented his
Yeah,
skin like so well, baby.
yeah,
That boy, the
yeah.
boy can dress share.
The boy
Period.
can
Shout out
dress.
to Slim.
Yeah.
Fabio, homeboy struggled to open that damn tequila bottle for a good 20 minutes.
He
I was so invested in him trying to open that bottle that I completely zoned out on his conversation.
I noticed
I'm
that too.
like,
I think he might have been a little blown and also multitasking. So I think
listen,
he was.
I've been there, but I'm like, Slim, go get this man a bottle opener or something. He's trying to converse and open the bottle. I'm like, it's a lot going on. But
Yeah.
I said the tequila and the wine glasses is new, baby. Now, I don't know if this is Florida. I said, this is very new to me, baby. He said, I brought out the big boy cups. And I set down these wine glasses. I
Listen,
said, Slim is a fool.
from homeboy,
I said, Slim is a
big
keefe.
ass wine glasses.
Big ass. Baby, it's giving Lolly from Preacher's Daughters.
Yes,
Remember she was drinking that Hennessy off
yeah,
that big ass wine glass?
yes.
That's what it's giving, baby.
Now they do have like when you
I
do
ain't
like
mad at that.
tasting, they do have them in like a little. Sometimes they put it like cognac in them too, but you know what I'm talking about, like the short little like glasses.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I think that would have been cute to say, baby, them damn wine glasses. I said, and is that straight tequila?
Straight tequila.
Mm-mm.
My
Oh,
goodness. And
y'all.
then you notice every time one of them took a sip, they had to do it. Not really the,
Yeah,
but they felt it, baby.
baby, they was taking shots.
I don't. Glasses. I
Like,
live. Yes, this
Yeah.
scene was a key. Like
Yeah.
they have good energy. Like
Hmm.
shout out to Fabio, shout out to Sun Baby.
Yes. Um, so the next episode, or the next episode, why do I keep saying episode? The next scene is Pablo and Max at the gym. Um, Pablo talks about how I guess he used to be bigger. I didn't know that. I guess he used to be like full figure, he said. Um, but I guess he lost a lot of weight, which cool for him. Um, and so they kind of just sit and like talk about their life after they work out. And Pablo talks about how like I guess multiple. The way he talked about it, it seemed like multiple kids of his are graduating at the same time. Which no shade, I'm not coming for nobody's kids, nobody's anything like that. But I'm like Project Twins.
My goodness.
I'm because he's like they're both in high school and they're both graduating. So I'm like, are they twins or are they? Did you have them by like multiple people at the same time? Like, how do you have multiple kids graduating?
I'm thinking same baby mama. They're probably like either twins or like a year apart.
Okay, that makes sense because then one could be a
Excuse
junior
me.
and then one could be a senior. One could be graduating and one could because when you're a junior, you can also go to prom, right?
Yeah.
So maybe that's what it is. I didn't mean no shade by that. I was genuinely wondering, like,
Well,
how do you
I
have
thought
two
you called them.
people?
I thought you said Project Twins. I was like,
That's what
my
I
goodness,
that's what I said. But like,
Project Twin. Now, when you say project, you mean like the Hood Ghetto Project or Redacted? That shout out to
wait,
Pablo.
shout out to Pablo. But what I'm saying is, okay, so you know how you might have like multiple kids by one person, like at the same time. Like they have multiple kids by multiple
Hmm.
people at the same time. That's what I'm saying.
Ooh, messy.
I mean, I don't know. I'm just wondering,
Right,
like,
right, right.
how do you have two kids at the? I'm wondering how do you have two kids graduating at the same time unless they're twins, or maybe one got like um moved up a grade or something. I don't know. Anyway, he
Sounds
talks
like you
about
want that
how
man body count.
I don't care about his body count. But he talks about his children and how they're graduating. Congratulations to them.
Hmm.
But he talked about how I guess he has been there financially for them, putting them through school, and just like all these other things. And I guess when it came to like prom, actually going to prom, he wasn't allowed to be there. And so for this, I was also a little confused because I was just like, so I don't understand how you weren't allowed to be there. Like as your if you're the dad, I don't see how like what was the issue with you showing up and being there? Um, do you have like an issue with the like mother or like I don't know. I feel like he didn't really explain it. He was just like, oh, I wasn't allowed to be there, and I was confused as to why. So maybe he even doesn't know why. I don't know. It's unfortunate. But I just put in my notes like, is the BM homophobic? Like I don't, I don't know. Like why isn't I don't know. I'm just wondering like why. Like what do they have like personal issues? I don't know. But they also just talk about Max's situation and like he's still talking about I mean he talks about how he's, of course still dealing with the ramifications of the death of his father, which of course, is not just gonna go away, probably never go away. But uh he also talks about how like, he's kind of like the man of his family now. Like he's kind of the patriarch and like making big decisions and people are relying on him, which is understandable. Did you peep the echo when he was speaking?
Yes.
I didn't know if that
As
was an
soon as he
effect
started
or
speaking, that shit was loud as hell.
I
And I
didn't know if
said,
that was an
production
effect.
is messy as hell for leaving that damn echo in there.
I didn't know if it was done on purpose or if it was a mistake, but it was funny. Um, but yeah, he talked about just like his
My
emotional
goodness.
state and how I guess the situation with Marlo is triggering him. Um, and I feel like I don't know. I feel weird about the situation because I understand where I feel for him and what he's going through, but I just feel like everybody on the show needs to give each other a little grace. Like I feel like people are going through it, and it's like they kind of want grace for going through what they're going through, but then they don't acknowledge that the person that they're arguing with or beefing with is also probably going through something. Now, granted, Marlo started it, so I feel like it's kind of I'm not on her side, but I feel like she did start it. But at the same time, I feel like Max is so willing to like entertain her BS, and I wish he would just like act. He acts like he's above it, but then he's really not because he will
True.
quickly start arguing with her. So like, I kind of wish he would rise above it. But I do feel for him and like what he's going through, and I do understand how that's like added stress. Um, but yeah, I feel like he plays into it so quickly that it's just like it almost seems like you want it to happen. But
Hmm.
they talk about the baboon comment. Um, he talks about how he was upset and um, that's just like the first thing that came to his mind, and I was just like, still not appropriate. Definitely shouldn't
Very
be
true.
calling a black person or
Because you
a
could have just
black
said
person
like wild
specifically.
animal, but you
Yeah,
said specifically baboon.
yeah.
Like
I don't know. It definitely has its connotation.
deep
Um,
cut, but you know what he could have did. You know what he should have said.
what?
Fight who? She's crazy.
I thought you were gonna say, "Are you a gorilla? You're a bad mom." Like,
This is not gonna go there.
no,
And that would have
that's
been a
still
justified ass
Bamoni.
whooping.
Yes.
That would have been justified ass
Oh,
whooping if
girl
he
got
went
snatched up by Monique. Yes. But
there.
but yes.
Oh
I
my
said
goodness.
yeah. Him calling Marlo a baboon would never be appropriate.
Mhm.
And yeah, I just feel like Max acts like he's bigger than like the drama, but he's so willing to play into it. And it's just like you just be above it. Like if you feel like
Mhm.
you're above it. But he does want to sit down with Marlo and give her a genuine apology, which I said, okay, that's big of him to even say he wants to sit down with her and apologize. Um, did you get anything else from this scene or
Homegirl that was on the treadmill in the background. The body was bodying.
now you know what? You know a
I
scene is
said,
something
I,
when the background people are pulling your attention
listen,
instead of
because everybody was fixated on the trainer. I said, his okay. I said, whose mama's on this treadmill, baby?
yeah.
Give me her workout regimen because I want her body. Like,
Yeah. Body
I want
P.
her body.
You want to talk about Body P?
Listen, there it goes. Shout out to her. And that was kind of all I got from this scene. Um, again, shout out to Pablo for kind of articulating his frustration without getting hostile, especially talking about a topic that's so sensitive, his kids.
Right.
Again, I also had a question mark on why he wasn't invited to prom. Again, like you said, it's BM. First of all, does she have BD money? Anywho, is she
Well,
homophobic?
yeah, the
Is the
kids
family
went to prom.
homophobic?
So period. They
That
do.
is crazy. Like, how y'all swiping a credit card? Swiping, no swiping. But he can't come to the event. He can't come to send off. That's crazy.
Yeah.
When I tell you, baby, well, you can't damage it, but damn, how the fuck you gonna get? I'm petty. I really gotta get back. Like,
With
come
your
pick this shit. The get back, I'm calling the store like, hey, come get this shit off their back right now.
wow,
Like, come strip them at the dance right now. That's how I'm giving it up.
that's wild.
I'm sorry. Shout out to Pablo
Not
because
snatching
again,
it
I
off
feel like
their
he's a
back.
wonderful father.
Jeez.
Um,
Um,
goodness, but that's wild.
but yes.
That's crazy.
Uh, yeah, I didn't get much else out of that scene. Um, the next scene is Marlo and Rashida. They go fabric shopping for Rashida's pageant. Um, she no shade, but I think it's funny that Rashida talks like she's in a Tubi movie. The way she talks sometimes is so like it's almost I don't know if frenetic is the right way to say it, but like it's like in phrases.
Sheree from
Yeah,
Housewives.
it's kind of, but it's like a tinge of also bad acting. Like I don't know. It's like she's reading off cue cards. I don't know. But yeah, she's
My bad, not to cut you off, but the scene before that was Pablo's from the cookout. Like you said, nothing really happened that scene, but then it went
yeah.
to Marlon Rashid at the fabric store.
Yeah, no shade. I just skipped right over that because I needed there was no like actual scene. It was just like a little speed bump. But yes, that
Hmm.
did happen. Um, but yeah, so Rashida basically talks about how she hasn't really been receiving support from her uh gay family, house family, when it comes to these pageants. Ao, I think it's her grandfather, and she said she hasn't really like spoken to him about it. Um, I don't know if she's reached out for help, but it might. It seems like she might have reached out for help, but never got a response. I don't know, but um, yeah, she's there with Marlon, of course, and like Marlon's like, yeah, I got your back, but I guess she just feels overwhelmed. She's also been dealing with like some personal stuff. Her and her partner are trying to have a child, and it seems like they haven't really been able to conceive, which is unfortunate. But yeah, that was the thing. Oh, she also talked about her friend. I don't know if this was the friend that was at the Pablo event, the family event. I don't know, but they start talking about a friend. I think Nana is what they refer to her as, and she basically talked about how like since I guess she's detransitioned, Rashida feels like she's in competition with this person. But again, this was a conversation that I felt lacked a lot of context because I'm like, one, who is this person? I don't know who you're talking about. Two, you said they detransition, so are they now identifying as a man or a woman or non-binary? Like I didn't, I couldn't fully grasp what they were talking about.
Right. Confusing.
Um, so yeah, that was the conversation that I don't know. I was just confused by. But I'm sorry. Rashida doing that little dance before she burst out in tears sent me. Do you know what I'm talking about? She did the little hit. I'm like, girl, what are you what are you
Cause
doing?
that's when Marlo was like, "House Nana," and then she went and did the little dance, and then she came back up and started crying. It's like
What is happening?
it's not funny, but I put in my notes that I feel like we might be witnessing a little mini breakdown. The,
Probably.
the, I, not funny,
Yeah,
but the girl has a lot going on. Like
she does.
she says she's. They said they don't have any support from like their
Yeah.
family, and then personal problems with their spouse, their partner. Baby, they said there's competition. It's giving Luciana, which we need to go visit because it's that season.
Yeah.
Baby, tired from the competition. Then,
Baby
like,
was
Rashida
tired.
said they're trying to have a child. I said, no, please do not bring a child into this L word ass relationship. Like, y'all are
Oh,
not ready for children. Like, I'm sorry.
well, I
They're,
totally.
I don't, it's just my opinion with
Mhm.
what Rashida has going on with their mom and
Yeah.
the mom, like, you're kind of, I want you to be this person. And then Rashida's in this scene, like, I'm going to get my bags done.
Mhm.
And it's,
I agree. I mean, I don't know
it's
if
a
it was
lot.
really.
Baby,
I
I'm
don't want to say.
sorry. She was so frantic telling Marlo the story that she was out of breath. Did you people?
He was.
It was terrible.
Yeah.
Oh my
Why was
goodness,
she out of
baby.
breath? She
Take
was
a
out
breath.
of breath.
That's how you
But
know a
yeah,
girl is going through a lot. When yes,
yeah,
they out of breath from
yeah,
giving their spiel. It
yeah.
was just goodness.
She's kind of a keto because that dance. I said,
Yeah.
did you just rock your hips before you broke down crying? What is happening in the fabric store? I
Baby,
said,
you saw the white women in the background walking around like, what's going on over here?
I was about to say, first of all, I said them presumably white women laughing in the background as Rashida talks about her troubles is a mess. Because baby, they was keying in the background. I said, I hope they're not laughing at her in her struggle.
My goodness.
Like, did it give a little bit of like Tyler Perry movie to you?
It did.
Like,
Very much the acting is like on a three, maybe
yeah,
a four.
yeah.
Very over dramatic, yeah.
I said, Mama, please get it together. But but yeah, that was that scene. Did you have anything else to say about that scene or no?
Marlo's confessional fit, the plaid kind of two piece. I need to see a
Did she
full
have her
length
hair
view
pulled
of
back
that.
in that one?
High pony, baby, Sophie Fatale.
I did like the
Sophie
high pony.
fucking
I like
Patel.
their
You know I live for a high pony, baby. But
mm,
I need to see Marlo's confessional fit. It's giving Alicia Silverstone and Clueless. Now I would say Dion, but Dion is no longer a black woman. I
mm,
don't even know if Dion was a black woman when she was in Clueless. But yeah, I just would like to see Marlo's confessional fit. It was cute.
mhm.
It was
Okay.
cute.
I don't know if that is the same look that I'm talking about, but yeah, she had her hair pulled back in a couple of the scenes, but I thought she looked really pretty. It was like a high
Hmm.
pony.
Yeah,
Um,
that was
but yeah,
that fit. And then the other look, it was I think a bun. But anyway, shout out to
yeah,
Marlo. Shout
yeah,
out to
and I
Marlo.
like their relationship. You know, of course, it's no secret that they weren't our faves in the beginning, and I mean, they're not my faves now, but I do like how they show up for each other. You
Yeah,
know,
support
Nikita
system.
was showing up for
Especially
her.
having a breakdown in the middle of a fabric store, baby.
Yes, it was
My
it Joanne or
goodness.
Michael's because you know both of them
My
are both. So
goodness. Not let me not say breakdown,
allegedly,
having a meltdown.
but yes, yes. But but yeah, that was that scene. Um, then we get a scene of Mark and Max, Mark Margella and Max going to an amusement park. Um, I think Mark or Max invited Mark out because I guess you know, they wanted to bond over being light skinned. No, I'm just kidding. But you know, they're cool. They're cool. They're cool. They like each other's vibes. So
I knew you
they
was gonna
invited
fucking
Mark.
go there.
There were some
I
antics in
knew
this
you was
scene.
gonna fucking go there.
There were some antics in this scene.
Oh my
And I
goodness.
might come out of the scene dragging a little bit of both of them because both of them,
This
I
scene
was
was
like,
a little problematic. I was side
very,
eyeing both
yeah,
these bitches. And
yes.
I said this is what happened when two Spanish bitches get together.
There we go.
This is
Especially
what
with them
happened.
eyebrows and that greasy ass face, baby. We're gonna be into it, baby. The eyebrows, and that greasy face, baby.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm
It's up.
sorry.
It's up. It's up.
My goodness.
Um, but yes, they go to the amusement park
Shit.
and
Woo.
they just kind of go straight into the bullshit. They don't talk about um Mark's performance. They don't talk about his music. They don't talk about nothing. They're like they sit down like, so what about that bitch B baby you don't like? You know what I don't like about that bitch? Like literally like right into it. Like, okay.
Ooh.
Um yeah, so Mark is basically still on this weird like it's B baby's fault that like
Hmm.
his friend, a grown ass man who I would assume has autonomy over his own body and his body solely, um, is he's trying to blame him, I guess, for what happened at the pool party. Now, I feel like, of course, blame the friend because the friend, again, is a grown ass man who is in control of his own actions. Um, but for some reason, they're trying to, I guess, put it on B Baby, like, oh, it's your fault. These are the people you hang around. And if I feel like if he brought him around multiple times, like say like every event he's bringing him around, or even just every other event he's bringing him around, and the friend is doing too much, then I could see you being like, "Yo, get your friend." Like your friend is always showing up and doing the most. Like they're not a cast member; they need to chill or don't invite them or whatever. But it's one instance. So to me, again, I kind of we talked about this last episode, but I feel like Mark is trying to just get very into the group and into the drama and into all of it. It's like, girl, relax. Like you just got here.
Hmm.
I get it. You got opinions, but your opinions are ill informed because you don't know these people. You don't know B baby. You don't know his friends. So for you to be judging him for the people he hangs around is weird. Like
Hmm.
you know. Um, but yeah, I just thought that that was weird. I feel like I get a weird sense of competition between like Mark and B Baby. Well, I wouldn't even say competition because that would mean that B Baby is playing into it. I feel like I get a little
It's
intimidated,
jealousy.
maybe. Yes, like
Jealousy, baby.
maybe I thought I was gonna be the baddest light skin in the building, and I forgot about B Baby because B Baby don't be giving a fuck about nothing. He just be
For real.
turning up,
So
living his
chill.
life. You know, all he care about is his money and his family. Like,
Listen. remember when Love and Hip Hop season 6 when Cardi and Yorma was beefing? Is she
Mhm.
mad that I'm prettier than her?
That's what
This
it's
is what
giving.
this is giving.
This Washington Heights ass beat. Yes.
Very, very
Very
much
that.
that. Yes.
Very that. But yeah, Mark is basically, trying to hold people to be accountable for what his friend did. And Max is kind of picking up on the reach because, again, it doesn't really seem like something you would blame him for. And he's like, is there something else? Like, I feel like he already knew this tea because he was like, is there something else that happened? And he's like, well, when we were at my performance, I pointed out my ex, and B Baby said that he knew him. And I'm just like, okay, but like, how did he know him? Like, you said B Baby is a figure in the in the city.
Hmm.
He could just know him, literally like recognize him,
Right.
or they could like have seen each other a couple times. Like it could be an array of things, but like Max said in the scene, like it's weird that you just went right to sex. Like, and I guess Max was making it seem like, oh, like you're saying that because he's a stripper, that's fucked up. I
Hmm.
kind of clocked it as like you like maybe your ex's type, or maybe you feel like he can take your man or something like that. Like it gave like, oh, like I hope they're not, because if they're not, then it's over between me and him or something like that. Like it gave like insecure, no shade, little dick energy in my opinion.
Hmm.
But what
Very
did you
much that. I said the same thing. Long story short, Mark thinks that B Baby Brian had his ex. I would, like you said, I've been trying to figure out where like this animosity is coming from. Mark is trying to make Brian's friend acting up at the pool party his storyline.
think? Mhm.
I guess to antagonize Brian. Um, I guess I was kind of feeling Mark, not feeling Mark. Ugh, I hate that use that word. I I would say I would praise Mark, like him as a character coming on and sharing his story. I was like, I dig it. I like his transparency.
Yeah,
But for him to turn around and be like, oh, um, for him to slut shame Brian for being like a stripper, and
yeah,
it's like, homeboy,
yeah, yeah,
somebody could stigmatize you because of your HIV status. So it's like
yeah.
for
And
you to be,
we just kind of talked about like how he stated how like, oh, I got this, I contracted it. Presumably, he presumes that he
mhm,
contracted it from his boyfriend, or a situation that happened once. And so I was like, oh, that's interesting because of course, if you say you're positive, some people might be like, oh, you were a slut or you were messing around,
right,
you were reckless. So
right,
yeah, it is interesting that he put that on B Baby for being a stripper when it's like somebody could put that on you for being positive.
right.
So
And like you
yeah,
said, B Baby is like known in the community of the city, so he could just
yeah.
know Brian for just being like a party boy or being like a dancer. But I
Mm,
was trying to figure out what the beef was giving. I was kind of also side on Max, like I said, because Max didn't really defend Brian when Mark was like, "Oh, like you're a stripper, you get around." Like nobody's gonna play in
Oh,
my
he
face
did in
about.
the confessional, but I was
Yeah, and the
gonna say the
confessional was
energy
like,
was in the
yeah, the
scene.
energy in person, face to face, is like, no,
I
nobody's
was
gonna play
like
in my face about somebody that I call my
about my
friend or my
friend.
brother. Yeah,
Yeah.
so I was like, ooh, Max. I kind of feel like Max was kind of maybe trying to dig, but I feel like once you like slut shame my friend, it's like, nah, we doing. I'm shutting that down. But I
Yeah.
was looking at both of them like, uh, two light skinned Spanish, well, not light skinned, two Spanish, two messy Spanish bitches.
Mm. Well,
Baby,
I mean,
thank God Rio and Zesty wasn't at that table because
I
it just
was
would have
gonna
been a
say,
full
I was gonna
blown.
say this looks real familiar. This situation seems real familiar, real familiar. But
Hey,
I also feel like he didn't say anything because maybe he wanted Mark on his side because, of course, like there are people that don't like Max. So like
right,
the power in
right,
numbers.
right,
Some people
right,
think
right.
so. Like I think that could also be a thing. But yeah, to me it was just like weird because it's like, oh, this is your homeboy, and like somebody's being shady and making insinuations. I would have been like, you don't know him, like you don't know, like you making a lot of assumptions, for somebody that don't know my friend. So
Very
yeah,
true.
the whole thing was interesting. because I feel like we really got Mark's messy side. Like I feel like we saw it a little bit, like maybe like the first couple episodes, but yeah, I was like, hmm. So I wonder what the energy is gonna be like when they're in the same room together. Not to say that
Still
they're
the
gonna fight,
same.
but I just wonder if
It,
is it gonna be nice nasty
very
energy.
much your friend ruined the pool party. Like
Mm, yeah,
Mark is lame for that. Um,
yeah. And it's like,
it's kind
girl,
of
the pool
giving
party was episode one, bitch. Get over it. Damn, did he slash your
yes.
tires? Like, like, why are you so pressed? Like,
All this over
okay,
an
yeah,
ex.
he's going to it.
And
Got
I'm mad that Max wasn't like, why is he an ex? Like, why did you guys break up? Clock that
it. Mm.
motherfucking T. Like,
I think
why
worrying
aren't you
about.
guys
I mean,
together?
yeah, why are you worried about what your ex is doing? Who your ex is doing? I don't know. Maybe they're still close because he was at the performance. But I'm just like, and then another thing that rubbed me the wrong way. Before I get into that, shout out to G Baby Who Baby who's in the building. Yes.
Yes. Thank you for
Look at
being here.
snatching that profile pic. Period.
Okay.
Um,
New body.
but um, another thing that weirded me out was when he was like, "Oh, I'm territorial," which I get it. Some people it's like, okay, you dated somebody, you don't want your friend to date them or whatever. But it's like your ex is a grown man who can date who he wants. Like y'all are not together no more. It's not really any of your business. Like if he wants to sleep with whoever, if he wants to talk to B baby, that's their business. He's your ex. Like y'all not together no more.
Very
So
much so.
to me, it's like maybe you should like consider moving on, like investing your energy in something else. But I get it for the sake of the show. You care. Um, but yeah, did you have anything else to say about that scene?
No.
Okay, okay. I give both of them in this scene two thumbs down. So
what what Rick James say? If I had four
yeah,
thumbs, I'll give those cities four thumbs down. Yeah. If I
exactly,
had four
exactly.
thumbs, I would give those two light brights four thumbs down.
Yes. Um. So the next episode, why do I keep saying episode? Jesus. The next scene is Pablo's gun violence awareness event.
Hmm.
So he has basically an event at a park to basically bring awareness to gun violence. He talked about two, I think there were children too, two children that lost their lives to gun violence that he knew of. And so he just wanted to call awareness to it, the issue. And I thought this was nice, another community event, really proving himself to be a person that is, you know, about bringing people together and like bringing awareness, bringing people around each other. Now, I wish the event had stayed positive, but it did not, of course. Um, they quickly get into the bullshit after his,
Listen.
lovely speech. Um,
Hmm.
they get into the bullshit. Um, Marlo basically talks. This is the point where Marlo talks about how, like, I think Pablo. Well, first they're like, is there any elephants in the room because they're all together, and so Pablo is like, oh, I did have a little weird thing with Cali Boy, but we talked about it. And then Marlo's like, oh, well, we did have like me and Max had like an issue, of course, but we talked about it. I'm just like, why were these conversations captured? Like, why didn't we see them? Like, I feel like that's just kind of like unfortunate that we didn't get them talking through their issues, and it's just like, it makes me wonder, like, did y'all really talk through the issues if y'all talked off camera, but now y'all arguing again?
Hmm.
So it's just like I don't know. I'm confused by that whole situation.
Do you think they're
Um,
going the Brendan Carson and Carl, the K Star route?
I hope
But
not, because
going
that
about it
was
the
iconic.
wrong way?
This is bad. This is bad. Y'all can't read out of a paper bag if that's the case. Like, because that's another reason why their back and forth, Max and Marlo's back and forth are not interesting. Is that it's just a bunch of nonsense. It's like, oh, you're broke. Oh, you're this, you're that. It's like they're not really reading each other. They're not really dragging each other. It's not funny or comedic. It's just very like brain. But let us know how y'all feel about their relationship and their beef in the comments. Um, shout out to Kiana 1895, who said Marlo is annoying literally every episode. She is annoying. She is annoying. Um, but I don't know, between her and Max, I'll take her. What say you?
I would take Marlo as well.
Okay,
I would take Marlo as well.
okay. Kiana also said making mountains out of the smallest topics. I wonder what you're talking about. If you want to elaborate, because I might disagree with you on. I might disagree with you on that, but we will get to it. Um.
This might be in reference to the booking that
Oh,
Marlo
okay, yeah.
and Max
If it's the booking
is
comment,
supposed to do.
yeah. If it's the booking comment, I agree with you. If it's the baboon comment, I do not agree with you. So,
My
um,
goodness.
we so basically they kind of talk about it quickly becomes a Max versus Marlo situation again. This is like round what, 3 or 4 at this point of them arguing. Um, and as we said in a previous episode, I feel like they argue so much because they mirror each other. They're both kind of immature
Hmm.
and vapid, no shade. But um, they get into it once again. Um, oh, I do feel like Marlo losing that contract was not Max's fault because I feel like if that person really fucked with them, they would have went with Marlo instead of Max. But the fact that they went with Max instead of Marlo, I'm like, girl, maybe that's a good thing. I don't think he got you like kicked off the booking. I feel like your reputation maybe preceded you, and they decided to go with Max instead of you know Marlo. But that's just what I got from the situation. So if it's that, I'm on Max's side, but they start to talk about, I guess, the baboon comment, and what I really didn't like was I feel like Max was trying to, as soon as Marlo was like, okay, like I didn't like this comment because it had implications. Max quickly was like, okay, you're not gonna make this a race thing. And to me, one, you as the non-black person in the situation does not get to say whether it's a race thing or not. Like you are the one that offended. You are the one that said something out of pocket about a black person. So you don't really get to dictate whether it's racist or not because it didn't hit you. You're not black. So I kind of wish that I don't want people to like gang up on him, but I do kind of wish people would step in and be like, no, because XYZ. I'm
Hmm.
black and no, you're not gonna do that. Like it was it did have racial implications. Anybody know most people know don't you don't correlate black people and monkeys. Like it's a racial thing there. Like and so I don't know if Max because I do know that like anti-blackness, especially in like other communities, Latino communities, can be so pervasive, so subtle that like somebody might say something and not even realize like, oh, that does have racial implications. But if you're gonna be around black people, fuck black men, I need you to be more aware. Like I need you to do the work and be more aware. Cause just because you didn't mean it that way doesn't mean that it didn't hit that way. So like he was willing to apologize, but I feel like he should have let her get her piece off first and then you can apologize. Because you don't even really understand the context behind what you said. So it's like you so quick to apologize and then be like, oh, it's not a race thing, but it is a race thing. And listen to her explain why it's a race thing. So to me, it's like, are you really sorry if you're not willing to listen to the person and like why you offended them? I don't know. But that's just my little take on the whole monkey situation. Um, but yeah, he was making me cringe with the whole like, oh, everybody knows that I'm not racist and I be around black people. It was given like my best friend is black or my boyfriend is black or some shit like that. Like, well, no. You could be around black people all day and still say something anti-black. Like it's
Hmm.
an unlearning that you have to go through. Like one of us can say something that's anti-black and have to like self-reflect. So it's just like
Hmm.
because you be around black people don't mean you can't say something that's not anti-black. So um, but I'm glad Marlo was trying to hold him accountable at least. Um, but yeah, he was trying to shut that shit down and try to like basically gaslight her into, I guess, believing that what he said was just a happenstance. Um, But then they start to talk about the drug allegations, and you know it ain't a chasing reality. Reality, there ain't no drug allegation.
You ain't
There ain't
shit.
no drug allegations.
My
Um,
goodness.
but they started talking about the whole A-ball comment. I guess B Baby. I guess it's a rumor that Max said that B Baby pulled out an 8 ball and was doing drugs. Um, for those that don't know, A-ball almost to like
Mhm.
silence her, but I was like, ooh, you kind of
Silence. My
yeah,
goodness. Yes, I
very
peeped that too.
very that. I was like, ooh, what's this? The bitch you was just rubbing lip gloss on, and now
Hmm.
see how they do you. Mark, you better watch out, cause you next. You and the my dog are next.
It's giving it follows, baby.
It follows. It follows.
But
Cause
yes, I did peep that. Like once Marlo was like said where it came from, Max got
mhm,
very hostile.
very
And
angry.
I'm like, aren't really trying to you aren't trying to you aren't trying to express yourself in a way that doesn't make you seem guilty. Like you overreacting and being super mad says guilty.
Mhm.
Um I just felt like if once it came up, like if you didn't say it, like what the fuck are you so mad for? But then I kind of thought back to like you just said it, the scene Max had with Mark where they were talking about B Baby and Max didn't really defend like Brian the way he should have, and I was like, well,
Right.
this is probably why he didn't defend Brian because this shit was gonna come up. But I'm like, that's crazy as
Right.
fuck to call somebody like your best friend, your brother, and y'all to be bonding over like you know the loss of Max's father, and then Brian kind of waiting for his father to like to pair. So I was like,
Yeah.
that's weird as fuck. Um,
I mean,
even if Brian did pull out allegedly, even if he did
I
allegedly
was gonna
pull
say,
out an 8 ball, baby, that's between you and that man. Like
yeah.
I don't really feel
If
like you
we
ever
cool,
throw dirt.
now if you pull out some meth or some shit, some Tina, then that's a different story. I'm gonna be
True.
like, I
Some
still might not
heroin,
say
baby.
nothing, but I'm gonna distance myself from you.
Yeah, true.
I'm
True.
probably not gonna say nothing about it.
True.
That's business. I'm a distance. But you do a little coke, okay? Like and like I don't know.
Like
I
you,
feel like I've been
yeah.
around people and they didn't do a little party. Got some party favors for you. Shout out to Tinashe, but like that ain't my
Oh,
gig. But like, do you like?
right.
I ain't gotta. What? That's nobody's business. Like, but yeah, I don't know. It seemed like Max probably didn't say that shit, and I also screamed when when B Baby said we were cool. We were supposed to be like the Claremont twins.
The
I
Claremont.
said, bitch, what?
I said, my goodness. No, I
Not
said,
the
are
Claremont.
they the BGC 14 Claremonts or are they the still a
The
dead
my,
man's wallet and go get searched?
I was gonna say,
Claremont
where's the dead man's
twins.
wallet in this in this scenario in this
Eh,
friendship? Um,
Goodness.
but yeah, I was just like, ooh,
Yeah,
um,
Max's reaction said everything to me.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. And so I don't know. Max started like just flipping out. I think him stepping on that table really like triggered people because that's what Apollo was like. Bitch, sit your ass down. Like you always like, and it's like I feel like it's funny because you look at like the episode of them or the keep saying episode, the scene of them in the gym, and it's like and I think they can still be close. Of course, relationships have their ups and downs, but
mhm.
um, it's just like the one person that kind of had your back and was like kind of there for you is also like, bitch, you're doing too much. And it's like I don't know if Max has the self awareness to like really look at himself and be like, damn, am I doing some fucked up shit? Like, am I like, I feel like he's too I don't know, too vapid to like really think like, oh, this person that I just had a heart to heart with is like not turning on me, but like is like trying to hold me accountable, and I still can't see it. But um, Once Pablo got up, he walked his ass on, and he said, "Oh, you know what? That's my time." And was out there, bitch. Somebody he grabbed his food, which I thought was funny because I'm like, you weren't mad enough to forget that damn food, but then he threw it in the trash. So I was like, okay, I don't know why you did that.
I think he threw it away to be petty. It's
But
food
you,
from Pablo's event. Pablo probably cooked. Like, bitch, fuck you in this food.
yeah,
That's what my take from it. That's how I took it.
okay, okay.
Like,
But I'm just like, it's your to go plate. So why was it? Now, if you threw away the food that I had for myself, then then it's up. But it's like you threw away the food that you was gonna take home. So I don't, I don't
he's
get it.
probably so mad. He wasn't even. Baby, he probably about to go fry some chicken on his face. You said the messier he get, the greasier his face is. He probably
Hmm.
put up to the crib, laid out in the sun, and just threw some bacon, all types of meat right on his face. My goodness. Anywho,
Maybe,
um,
but
I don't know what
yeah.
like it's. I guess like Max stepping on the goddamn table set off Pablo, but I was like, damn, y'all are cool. So I don't know. I wonder like how their friendship is going to play out following this like blow up. But again,
Right.
Max should have definitely stayed and like explain himself, like
Yeah,
because homeboy took off, and it's like, damn, this is like your friend. You're not gonna stay, and
he saw them angry black men and was like, "Oh, this isn't the type of angry black men I like." So I'm
my
gonna I'm gonna leave.
goodness,
I'm gonna leave. But
poor Brian.
yeah. Um, that was the end of the episode. Again, not really living for this season, but you said you're enjoying it. Um, some aspects of it are key. Um, so I appreciate that. Spicy Original said the mess that messy promoter. Yeah, the promoter was messy too. Talking about Marlo and Max, that situation. The promoter was also messy. Which I've heard promoters are known to be. Um, Spicy Original said, I thought maybe Max was pillow talking with Ayo about the A-ball, then Ayo repeated it. Could very much be that as well. Could very much be that because he is the one that told you baby about it. So yeah, that's weird. I don't know. Max, I don't know. I feel like Max does mirror Zesty a lot. I would love for them to sit down and have a conversation.
I feel like every time Ayo lays up with a Spanish broad, some wicked shit just happens.
He laid up with that.
He laid up with Max, pillow talking, and this
Oh,
the
okay,
talk of
yeah.
this eight ballers has
Hmm.
come about because Ayo love a Spanish bitch, and that's I ain't nothing wrong with that. But every time Ayo laid up with a Spanish broad, some messy wicked shit happens, and quite frankly, I'm sick of it. I'm tired.
I'm tired of it too. I'm tired of it too. But yeah,
Anyways,
that is that is the episode. Definitely let us know what y'all think in the comments. Definitely for the like live, like the video when it becomes a video, and subscribe as
yes.
well. We're looking forward to Chasing Atlanta, reviewing that show. Even though the last season was crazy, so I'm wondering what
Very
this season is
crazy.
going to bring.
And they also did a whole recast. So the only returning cast member from last season is Dominique. So shout out to
Yeah.
Dominique. Oh, and Tony, Tony
And
Bryce, Miss
Tony,
Tony
oh,
Bryce.
period. Yeah,
Yes.
I
So
live. Yeah,
Dom
yeah,
and Tony
Tony.
Bryce are returning, and everybody
Love
else is new
that.
cast member. Carl is
Mm,
casted. Shout out to K Star. Tramel has been casted, and a bunch of
mhm,
like other new faces. So yes, definitely looking forward to chasing Atlanta. Like I'm just miss Atlanta. Hopefully Kendra and Twix and Willa and Seven and Cassadon like make cameos. But
mhm.
looking super forward to the
I
fresh
was. Yeah,
faces on Atlanta. So forth. So looking to Atlanta. Wait, what you say?
I wish them well, but I don't know.
Who? Atlanta?
I mean, like the people you just named, I wish them well, but I don't know about them being on.
Probably not.
Like,
Probably not. But
yeah.
I ain't opposed to it. Bring some of the
Especially,
OGs back.
mhm.
Shout out
I
to
mean, if that's the case, bring back. I mean, this is a different, franchise, but Ariel O'Hara Monroe.
Hmm.
Bring back Dior. Bring back Che Howard. Um,
Yes.
yeah,
Baby, bring back that season 3 of Chasing Dallas cast.
yes, yes, yes,
Go
yes.
did.
Um,
Go did.
Spicy Original said that this season, I would assume she's talking about Chasing Orlando. Season two is coming along. I think it'll turn out fine. Okay, high hopes. Looking forward to Chasing Atlanta. She said. Also, will y'all be watching the show with Gotti? I did see the little trailer. Maybe we
Yes.
should definitely check that out for
Yes.
sure.
Shout out to that.
Yeah, that'd be cute. Um, but yeah, um, this has been our review. Little, little all over the place. So what's the episode? No shade. But yeah, um, this has been Key and Carrie. Did you have anything to say before we peel out?
Thank everybody for coming through. A shout out to the people who came through. Again, shout out
Hmm.
to the people who are going to watch this on the playback. Have a great weekend, everybody. Stay safe. See you guys in the next one.
All right. Key and Carrie. I'm Damon,
I am Troy,
and we will see you on the next one. Peace. Have a good weekend, everybody.
and stay safe.